Hello, Missio. As promised, I wanted to send out a little video introducing you all to Andrea Moyer and let you all know exactly how you can be praying for her and her family, especially little Caroline, this coming Friday when she's having a surgery. So yeah, Andrea, thanks for joining us. That is not your living room behind you, of course. Where do you teach again?
I teach at Fairland Elementary. I'm a second grade teacher.
Okay, so there you get to. There's one way you can be praying for her.
Yeah.
As she teaches. So Andrea, for the folks who don't know, tell us a little bit about your all's journey with Caroline.
So Caroline was a normal, healthy little girl until she was about 18 months old. And at 18 months old, we noticed that she was limping on one of her legs, her left leg. And we exhausted every resource we could around here, kept waiting, kept thinking that we would find something. And I'd say probably about a month after we saw symptoms and noticed this, we had quite a few different people doctors that had told us some different kinds of things that might be going on, but we never got a real answer around here. So we took her to Nationwide, and we were admitted at Nationwide when we went up. And they did a series of tests. We went through MRIs and lumbar punctures and all kinds of different testing. Finally, they took tons of blood as well to kind of, see if anything was there that they could find. And they really didn't come up with anything, honestly. They sent us home after we were admitted for a little over a week at that point. Okay. They sent us home, and they told us that we went back up for another appointment for just like a neurology appointment later on. And they were still trying to figure this out, and they hospitalized her again. That was probably about 3 months after. By this point, Caroline completely stopped walking. So she was walking perfectly fine at 18 months and then started with a limp. And by 3 months later, she was completely not walking at all. All this happened during COVID, by the way. So that's why it was kind of a little weird, because my husband and I, we weren't both allowed in the hospital. I mean, it was a really difficult time. And church wasn't really going on at that time either. Yeah. So anyways, so we finally, at Nationwide, the second time we were admitted, and they sent her blood to England, and a doctor in England finally diagnosed her with something called a Cardi-Gaucher's syndrome, or AGS. It's a very, very, very rare condition, and it's kind of on a spectrum. So there are some kids that are extremely severe and some that are mild. We're very, very blessed that Caroline is extremely mild. The only thing that has really been affected is the tone in her legs. So she has very, very tight tone in her left leg and tight tone in her right too, but her left is much more affected. Okay. And so we've been blessed with what we have, but we've kind of still been trying to better her physical abilities. And so since being diagnosed, her primary neurologist that we see is actually in Philadelphia. Okay. So we've gone to, I think me and my mom tried to count them last night. I think we've been to like 8 different hospitals for just different things that, but we go to Philadelphia probably more than anywhere else at this point. So that's really her. She has a great, we went through Botox first for the muscles in her legs, and it was just not extremely helpful. So this is kind of our next route.
Okay. So you all fly out, I'm assuming, or are you driving, or?
We are flying out of Columbus on Wednesday, tomorrow.
Okay. And then to Texas.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. And then we'll fly from Columbus to Houston, and Houston is about 40 minutes from the hospital that we'll be at.
Okay. And what do you know about the procedure that she's going to be having on Friday?
So obviously I don't know many people that have had this. There's only 3 doctors in America that perform this procedure. And so the one in Texas is who we're going to. And I've met people online on Facebook that have gone through this procedure. So they will be going in with needle pricks into the fascia of the muscle, the outer covering of the muscles, and making holes in the fascia, which will hopefully help elongate the muscles to make them less tight.
Okay. And so the recovery time on this, you're looking at what? You said
she'll be in full cast for 4 to 6 weeks. And so we will kind of see from there after that.
And that'll be on both legs, right?
Both legs, yeah. From the shin down, from the kneecap down.
Okay. Have they given you any type of, this is what to expect after the 6 weeks, or?
Not really. I think it's a broad range for everyone. And because the damage that has been done is actually in her brain, I think it kind of always just depends on how she responds. And we're hoping we have set up lots of physical therapy after, and we're just hoping that we can get her back to, she taught herself how to walk on her tiptoes. I mean, she's crazy. I don't know how she does it. So we're just hoping that she has that determination to try again and to learn it a new way.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, how can we, as your all's church family, be praying for you guys?
Definitely for safe travels while we're gone.
Yeah.
We're leaving little Charlotte behind, which we're really sad about. So for her too, just that she, is comfortable she's staying with family and she's going to be in great hands, but still just that. Yeah. And then of course for Caroline, just that, the surgery comes okay, the medical aspect of it all. And then also for recovery that she's brave and strong and will, just use those attributes in order to help herself physically become more mobile.
Yeah, well, you got it. Well, praying for you all and looking forward to a return and seeing how the Lord might use us to help you all as well in this process. So thanks for sharing. And just in case anybody's wondering, Charlotte didn't you all do some tests on her as well to see if she has this? And we
did. She does not have it. Okay. She doesn't even have the carrier gene, so she's good.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we'll thank the Lord for that.
Yeah, we're very blessed. We are.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Andrea, thanks so much for sharing, and we will continue to keep you all in our prayers, but looking forward to an update on Friday to see how things went.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet.